So we stayed last night in the Drovers Inn, and it was really comfortable, a welcome relief, because it did drop down to about, I think, -6 or -8 last night. Yeah, so it was good to actually get in, get a shower, get cleaned up, and forget about that forest, the rock and root section. We're now back on tracks and gravel and stoneway pathways, so we should make better progress. Now, the Drovers Inn is exactly what you'd expect from a Scottish guest house or hotel, and it was really pleasant to stay there and a really nice Scottish atmosphere. But you could almost expect Scooby-Doo and Shaggy to come running around a corner being chased by a ghost. Right then, since leaving the Drovers Inn, the track has pretty much been like a forestry gravel track, but we've now just come on to basically more of a rough and ready track. It's more like compacted boulders, which has slowed things down a little bit, but by gosh, we are moving with a bit more purpose than we did in that rocks and roots section. I know I keep going on about it, but we lost a lot of time there. But yeah, it's feeling more productive already just walking on this sort of stuff. There is some gentle ups and downs. Some of them are a little bit cheeky. They catch you out. Not really hard going and steep, just that you find yourself stopping just to take in the scenery and catch your breath before setting off again. And I think today is pretty much going to be much of this, really. Just keep plodding out the miles. Check this little waterfall section out. It's completely iced over in patches. Some of the pools are just solid ice, and you wouldn't want to try walking on those rocks. Ice skating rink comes to mind, but it looks absolutely beautiful. I can only imagine what it would look like in spring and summer when all the green foliage is out. It does have a special kind of beauty this time of year, but it's kind of harsh. Still got plenty of snow up on the mountains, and you can actually feel it coming down the slopes, down to the lower ground. Beautiful to look at. I've got my top open to vent because I am getting a bit of a sweat on, and what I'm trying not to do is to get too hot and sweaty, because when you do slow down you get the chill and the shakes. So I'm trying to regulate my body temperature, and it seems to be working out okay at the moment, but it's absolutely glorious. Obviously we've got the sun coming through the mountains with that snow. It's almost got a real alpine feel and look about it. Yeah, just about. Let's get a bit lower. Well, we've hit the trees again, and this is where we'll be camping a couple miles into this forest. Now, out of interest, we did hear that some lynx had been released unofficially into the Scottish wild areas, and yeah, me and Dave are trying to work out who's the fastest and basically who's going to self-sacrifice themselves if we come across this, if these unofficially released lynx turn up. So yeah, I think I could run pretty fast if I had to. As you can see, we've started to climb quite seriously again, and it's take a few steps, rest, take a few steps and rest. But like I said, we're not in this to kill ourselves. But what a fantastic scene behind me, all the mountains. But we do have the sun glaring as well, so it might be difficult on film. Well, where we were going to camp, they're doing forestry work, so we're halfway stuck up a mountain and nowhere to camp at the minute, so we're having to push on. Temperature's beginning to drop as well, and the snow is beginning to ice over, and we really are high. I'll let you have a look. So as you can see, looking way down into that valley, this isn't the best place to camp. It's going to be bitterly cold up here tonight. Was rather hoping we would be off the mountain and down in the valley somewhere, but it's looking like we'll be camping on the side of a mountain if we're not careful. Well, we pretty much just about lost light. We did get a camp thrown up. It was lastminute.com. Temperature has dropped rapidly. It's well into the minuses. And we actually did get waylaid off the trail. It was quite easily to do, and it shows you how quick things can go wrong. The logging company has actually been working over the track, so it's easy to kind of get a little bit disorientated. Basically, we had to backtrack our steps and follow footprints from what we could see possibly other people the way they had gone, and yeah, it got us back on the track, but it was too light to set up a decent camp, so we've had to make do beside track on a bend going on a downhill slope. But we've got the equipment, we know what we're doing, and we can ride this out tonight. It's not going to be no hardship. Unfortunately, we've seen some people just recently on the last few days where I would question whether they would be set up to be able to cope in this situation. But you know, that's just my thinking, and that of Dave as well. We've both said that ourselves, that better to carry the gear and be able to ride out a bad situation than find yourself basically, you know, in a bad place and looking for help. And yeah, there's snow and ice on the ground. Dave's just stiffening up, so he's getting up to move about. That's his setup. I'm down there. Just shine your torch down there, Dave. You've got a better torch. That's me. And I'm cooking up there.
You're setting the forest on fire.
Yeah.
The only bloke I know can set snow on fire.
Yeah. But just over that bank drops down to a river, and I really do mean it. We set up in pretty much the only place available, lastminute.com. But like I said, we'll make it work. last night it was getting pretty sketchy coming down that bit through the trees.
Yeah.
Well, some proper Highland cows, actually in Scotland. We do see a lot of these up on the moors, Bodmin Moor, but these are truly where they belong. And it really can't see anything there. So we're following one of the main roads now. And I think we're making our way through or to a village. And hopefully the Bridge of Orkney. Right then, where we are, we're over halfway. We've made very slow but steady progress, and we've had enough time to have a look around the area. Dave probably won't be coming back to do this trail again. He has other projects that he wants to do. Myself, this is going to be a one-off, and I've had to pull a lot of favours in, and you know, really, you know, this is possibly the only time I'll do this trail. So I'm savouring it. I'm enjoying it the best I can. And I'm very grateful to my family and my wife, who's given me the time and her blessing to come and do this in the manner I'm doing it. So, yeah, we will make our way up to the Bridge of Orkney. But as you can see, this is an admin stop. But that's what I want to get back to you about is... We've seen very few people on the trail. We've seen a couple youngsters that have got kind of like minimal kit and ultralight, and they're moving fast, you know, 15 to 20 miles a day. And they've got their stops planned, and they can easily achieve that. They have youth, speed, strength, and they're carrying less kit, which is blatantly obvious. We did see one other gentleman, which we were extremely surprised when he was talking to us. He literally did seem like he was literally just decided one minute he was going to go and do it, throw some stuff in a rucksack. He had all the top name brands and everything like that. And he seemed, and he, as he explained and talked to us, an extremely experienced hiker and possibly somebody of the mountains. So we could be needlessly worrying, but as you can see from what happened to us on that mountainside, light was falling, we were already tired, so being tired, we didn't have the energy to continue on forever. We needed to make camp. Where we wanted to make camp, our option had been taken away from us, so we had to resort to a plan B. That was to get out of the area that they were working and then find camp. But because of the angle of the mountain and the water runoff, it was extremely boggy. And where they had been working, the forestry machinery turns it almost into a World War I battlefield site. Some of the trenches were sort of like, I know, 4 feet deep by 2 feet wide that you had to cross. And with light literally disappearing on us, and I don't mean just dimming, it really was disappearing, we were struggling to pick out any signs of a trail. As I explained, We then came back on ourselves after realising we were lost, did pick up the trail, but by this point the actual trackway was icing over. Any of the snow had frost on top of it. We had to put spikes on, and even then it was quite an issue to make our way down the track in fading light and head torches. We found a piece of real estate which wasn't ideal. It was right on the edge of a gorge. It's dropped down to a river, so you wouldn't want to have been a bit careless there. But as I said, we had the kit and we were able to ride that situation out. We weren't able to get any further down that mountain. We were both blown, so we needed to leaguer up and form a camp. We'd done that, but the thing that me and Dave have said, and we do still believe in, is having the kit available for you if an emergency arises. It's the West Highland Way, and nothing should go wrong. But as I said to you, and as the story I've just told you, you can quite evidently see you can get caught out. So always be prepared for those situations. That's my only advice. And yeah, we extracted ourselves, you know, in daylight down off the mountain, and no harm was done. We were able to ride that out because our kit allowed us to stay up on that mountain. I don't know what a civilian sleeping bag system would cost to match the Arctic Army one I had, but I was on a 3 thick roll mat system, you know, not blow up, roll mat system, and I had a piece of matting to go over the snow, and I was not cold. I'm not suggesting you do that, but I was able to ride out that, and it was about -8. Dave's system is equally matched. He's bought the turf for those conditions. So yeah, to cut a long story short now, I'm going to relax, get something to eat, and we're back out on the trail tomorrow. Moving as fast as we can, or as fast as a snail with a gun up its bum. Take care, stay safe, hope to catch you guys on the trail.